Hello everyone, welcome back. So today's topic is going to be on pointer assignments. It is lecture 3 of pointers in C. Okay, this is the third video of mine posting you on pointers in C concept. So the third one is going to be on pointer assignment. So at the end of the session, you will be able to identify and understand what exactly is pointer assignment and how to assign pointer values. Okay, so let me take the same example which I've already taught you in the previous videos. Let me declare two variables, variable A with value 20 and variable B with value 30. Okay, later now I'll just teach you the theory concepts, and at the end of the video you'll be you'll be watching the actual execution, the live execution of the code. Okay, so this is how you declare. This is a declaration of variable. Okay, so immediately after this line, what will happen? You will have the memory references that is done for A and B, right? So memory will be assigned for A and B. Okay. Now assume that A has been allocated memory at 1000. This is the address, and B is assigned at address. Memory is allocated at address 2000. Fine. Okay. What is the value? It is 20. Value of A is 20. What is value of B? It is 30. You got it? So after each and every sentence, this is the executable statement, right? This is declaration statement. After this particular statement, your memory reference will look like this. A is assigned at address 1000. Memory is allocated at address 1000. B is allocated at address 2000. It's just the assumption here. Okay, what are the values? A is being initialized with 20. B is initialized with 30. Okay, so what is the size here? From 1000 to 1003. 1000 to 1003, which means 4 bytes. The base address, when I say it is base address, it is the first byte. A is pointing to the address of the first byte of A. It is 1000, 1001, 1002, 1003. So overall 4 bytes will be reserved for A. Similarly for B, it will be till 2003. Okay, so size of integer is, I'll just make a note, please note down, size of int is equal to 4 bytes. Okay, but what is size of, this is about, you can either consider it as 2 marks or any placement related question. Size of pointer variable, you have to know what is the size of pointer variable. Okay, size of pointer variable, if it is 16-bit compiler, it is a 16-bit compiler, then size is 2 bytes. Please note down, if it is a 32-bit compiler, then the size will be 4 bytes. So this is the size of pointer variable. So what is size of pointer variable? Based upon the compiler type. Okay, if it is 16-bit system, then it is 2 bytes. If it is a 32-bit, then it is 4 bytes. Okay, you got it? Okay, now this is the actual sentence. Now after this particular in my program, in my coding, I have two variables A and B, and this is the memory allocation of those variables. Now let me declare pointer variables, two pointer variables. Okay, ptr1 and star ptr2. This is how you declare pointer variables. This is declaring pointer variables. Okay, so immediately after this line, what will happen? Okay, immediately after this line, you will have memory reference like this. Okay, so two pointer variables, you'll have two pointer variables. One is for ptr1, the other one is for ptr2. Okay, suppose if ptr1 is reserved at memory space 3000, memory address 3000. Okay, this is pointed by ptr1. Fine. Then at address 4000, if ptr2 is been allocated memory space. Okay, now these are the memory references after this particular line, and please make sure star ptr so star is prefixed here, okay, which means it is for declaration. PTR1 means it is the pointer variable name. And what is the data type of PTR1 pointer variable? It is integer, which means suppose I want to store address of A PTR1 into PTR1, then what is the data type of A? It is integer. So whatever address, for whichever variable address I'm trying to store in the pointer variable, I have to check what is the data type of that. Same data type should be used for the pointer variables. Okay, I'm repeating these statements again and again because you should be very familiar with the these concepts. Okay, these are the basic concepts of pointers. Okay, now the after these two lines, these are the memory status. Fine. Okay, what is the third line? Suppose I give PTR1. PTR1 is equal to address of A. What does it mean? I am trying to store address of A into PTR1. Okay. So what is address of A here? What is address? It is 1000. So what will be PTR1? PTR1 will have the value 1000. After this line, PTR1 will have address 1000. Okay. Now just observe here. After this line, tell me whether this particular assignment is legal or illegal. Okay, I give PTR2 is equal to PTR1. See the sentence, PTR2 is equal to PTR1. You have to just check and tell whether this particular statement is legal or illegal. Okay, now just come to the diagram here. What is PTR2? I'm trying to assign PTR2 with some value. What is that value? It is PTR1. What is PTR1? It is 1000, right? PTR1 is 1000. So what I'm doing, I'm trying to assign PTR1 into PTR2. So what will be PTR2 value here? It will also have 1000. Okay, after the statement, PTR2 will also have 1000, which means now both the pointers are pointing to variable A. Got it? So both the pointers are pointing to variable A. Understood? Okay, after this line. Now what I'll do, I'll try to printf value of A is equal to percentage %d. Okay, using pointer variable PTR1 I'll give. So what is the output I'll get? What is the output I'll get? What is PTR1 here? PTR1 is 20, right? So I'll get the output as 20, right? Then I'll use printf value of A is equal to percentage %d star of, I'll give PTR2. So what is the output I'll get? PTR1 and PTR2. What is PTR2 value? It is 1000. Okay, so it is pointing to A. What is the value at that address 1000? It is 20. So I'll get the answer 20 here. So here too I'll get the answer as 20. You understood? So this particular statement is legal. You got it? You understood? Okay. Now let's move on to the other case. So this is case 1. First case 1. Okay. Now let's move on to the other case. I'll teach you the other concept. So this is case 2. So in case 2, the same values. Okay. These are the same values here. Now what if suppose instead of giving PTR2 is equal to PTR1, I give star PTR2 is equal to star PTR1. Now I give star PTR2 is equal to star PTR1. Now initially PTR1 has the value address of A, right? Okay, but PTR1 has address of A and this particular 1000 will not be there because here initially it was, in case 1 I had put PTR1 is equal to PTR2. Only in such case PTR2 will have 1000. But in this case, just observe PTR1 is equal to address of A. After this line I'm giving star PTR2 is equal to star PTR1. star ptr1, I'm assigning star ptr1 into ptr2. But what is the initial value of ptr2? There's nothing, it is empty, it is not having any value, right? So which means it is illegal. You cannot assign pointer values like this. Okay, since I'm going to show the output in online compiler, it'll just throw, it'll not throw an error, you will just get no output. Okay, the program gets executed, but you will not get any output because the value is not here, nothing has been pointed here. Okay, so you will not get output. So this is illegal. You cannot point any pointer variable like this, you cannot assign any pointer variables like this. Okay, so what output you'll get? You'll get no output. You'll get no output. Say in such case, because there's nothing, no value which is pointed into ptr2. Okay, now let's check, let's execute so that it will be easy for you to understand. Fine. So before executing the code, let me first teach you what is the actual difference between these two assignments, pointer assignments. See here, I'll just recap. There are two variables, int a equal to 20, b is equal to 30. So after this line, you will have memory references like this. A is being reserved at 1000 to 1003, which means size of the variable will be 4 bytes, and b at address 2000, value is 30, right? The second line, in star ptr1, I'm using two different pointer variables, ptr1 and ptr2. Okay, what is ptr1? It has been reserved at 3000. ptr2 is also allocated at address 4005. Now after this line, ptr1 is equal to address of a, which means what is the address of a? 1000. So ptr1 will have 1000, right? After this particular line, what I'm doing here, I'm assigning ptr1 value into ptr2. Okay, so which means what is ptr1? It is 1000. So ptr2 will have 1000, which means both the pointers are pointing to a variable a, which is pointing to address 1000. So the next two lines, okay, I'm just trying to print the value of a using star ptr1, which is 20, then value of a percentage d star ptr2, that is equal to 20. So I'll get the output 20 because both the pointers are pointing here. Okay, this is a legal statement. See the other case. Second case, the same two variables, a 20, b is equal to 30, star ptr1, ptr2. Okay, same thing, but I have the third statement, ptr1 is equal to address of a, which means ptr1 will be pointing to a. Okay, this will not be there. Okay, then star ptr2 is equal to star ptr1. See the next line, I'm trying to assign the value which means star ptr1. What is star ptr1? 20. I'm trying to copy it in ptr2, but what is the initial value here? The address. ptr2 should hold only the address, but what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to add the value 20 into ptr2, which means it is illegal assignment. Okay, this is an illegal assignment, you cannot do like this, or because pointer variable should hold address of the other variables, but here I'm trying to assign the value of another variable into ptr2, which means it is illegal, so I'll not get the output since it is online compiler. Now let's check what is the actual execution of this code. Okay, now coming to the execution part. Okay, so I'll use int. So first is header file hash include stdio.h int main. So the return type will be integer for main. Okay, so two variables, int a is equal to 20, b equal to 30, two pointer variables in star ptr1, star ptr2, right? Okay, after this what did I do? I gave ptr1 is equal to address of a. So address of a is stored here. Then printf, I'm trying to print the value, printf value of a is equal to percentage d, I'll give slash n. Okay, then star ptr1. Okay, I can use a or I can give star ptr1, which means ptr1 is pointing to a now. So to retrieve the value of a, what is value of a? 20, I can use star ptr1. Okay, now let's return 0. Now let me run the code. So if you run the code, see value of a is equal to 20. Okay, I've got the value of a as 20. Fine. Now the pointer assignment. Now what I'm trying to do, ptr2 is not pointing anywhere. It's okay, it's been only allocated with the memory. So ptr2 is equal to ptr 1, which means address of PTR1. What is address of PTR1? It is by address of A. I'm trying to store PTR1, the address of A, into PTR2. Okay. Then I'll try to printf value of A through second pointer is equal to %d \n, okay, star of PTR2, because now PTR2 is holding an address, which means both PTR1 and PTR2 are pointing to variable A. Okay, now if you run the code, see, value of A through second pointer is equal to 20, which means both the pointers are pointing to A. Okay, so this is a valid statement. Now I'll just make a change here. Observe, I'll put star PTR2 is equal to star PTR1, which means I'm trying, see, PTR1 holds the address of A. Always please note, pointer variable should hold address of A. This is how you can assign. But what is PTR2? PTR2 initially it doesn't hold anything, right? But I'm trying to place the value, copy the value of A. What is value of A through PTR1? 20 into PTR2, which is illegal. So I'll not get the answers here. Okay. So the other compilers, it will throw up an error. Now if you just run, say, I'm not getting the output because PTR2 doesn't have anything. I cannot copy the value here. So it is illegal. You understood? You got the point? So this is illegal. This is illegal way of assigning. Illegal assignment of pointers. Got it? Okay. Now suppose there's another, even if you try printing the value of A here, understand? Even if you try printing, I'll just uncomment this. I'll remove the comment. See, I'll not get the output. You understood? You will not get output if you do like this. Fine. So instead of this, now I'll give PTR2. I hope you understood this. PTR2 is equal to address of B. PTR2 is equal to address of B, and then I'll try to print the value of B here. Okay, now let's run the code. Now I'll get value of A is 20 and value of B through second pointer is equal to 30. You understood? So what are legal and illegal pointer assignments? You can give PTR1, PTR2 is equal to PTR1. Now what will happen? PTR1, okay, now see, check the output. If I make the changes like this, I'll get 20 itself as the answer, because I'm again changing here. Even though I'm copying the address of B to PTR2, see line number 9, I'm again copying PTR1 into PTR2. Okay, so this is valid. This is valid. Okay, invalid, I cannot assign the values into PTR2. This is illegal. Okay. So I hope you understood the concepts here. Okay. So this is legal and this is illegal. Thank you.